She did it, but not with her own brother, like I thought the description was implying. So no, this is not about incest. Anyways, let's get into it. This is the 1990 film Sibling Rivalry, starring Kirstie Alley, Bill Pullman, Sam Elliott, Ed O'Neill, Carrie Fisher, and Jamie Gertz. Oh, and Scott Bakula. Which, like, Scott Bakula with a beard. You're welcome. So if it's not her own brother, what is Sibling Rivalry about? Okay, so Kirstie Alley's a doctor's wife, right? She married into a family of doctors who are all kind of pretentious and really just pieces of shit. Not like throw hands-worthy pieces of shit, but if my in-laws were to talk to me the way they talk to her, I'd spit in their coffee. Or Drano. This is for comedic purposes. Anyways, he talks to her more or less like a dog, and then they don't have sex to the point, like, she is not climaxing. Like, they've been married for 8 years, and this woman has never had an orgasm. So after talking to her sister, she has had it. She is fed up at this point. She is at the grocery store checking out, and she meets Sam Elliott at the grocery store and goes back to the hotel with him and makes love to him 5 times. Which sometime during sex, he dies, and she was so freaked out she thought she killed him with her vagina that she ran away. And at the same time, there's this guy who's selling vertical blinds who went into the hotel room to put up said vertical blinds and accidentally hits the corpse of Sam Elliott in the face with the blind, and he thinks he kills him. So he's trying to find some identification to this man and accidentally finds Kirstie Alley's wallet that she left in the hotel room. So she calls Kirstie Alley's house. Well, over at Kirstie Alley's house, they're having a big welcome home party for the oldest brother who's been in South America because he was also a doctor. He was like a Doctors Without Borders type. And basically tells Kirstie Alley over the phone, hey, your husband is dead. And so she goes back to the hotel room where she has to meet the vertical blind salesman. They're trying to figure out what happened to Sam Elliott, and they want to stage it to look like a suicide so nobody gets in trouble for murder. She writes a fake goodbye letter. He crams a bunch of pills down Sam Elliott's throat with a pencil. And then they leave, and then the cops are called, and they take it in, and tells the family that he committed, well, the family thinks that's weird as shit, and, he has to go for an autopsy. Well, come to find out, all the pills crammed in his throat, one, were not digested, so obviously he didn't die there, but also it wasn't anything that could really kill him. It was a mixture of Midol, stool softeners, and something else. But it turned out he had a heart attack during sex. But everything comes to a head because the vertical blind salesman, turned himself in before they figured that part out. But the vertical blind salesman happened to be the brother of the police officer that was doing some investigation, who was also dating Kirstie Alley's sister. So all that was going down in front of the family, and then Kirstie Alley confesses to having an affair with her brother-in-law. And then they break up, and then I guess everybody got a good ending, and then she wrote a story in Red Book. And then her and Scott Bakula solved their differences, and they end up back together. The end. Were you bored? Mostly so was I. Funny concept, but I feel like we've seen it on TV shows a zillion times. That's right up there with every TV show had to do its own take on Inception. Or any sort of fucking baseball thing. I am bored shitless at that point. So, it wasn't the worst thing ever. I just, I'm going with a 5 out of 10 because it was pretty mid. But could you imagine getting railed 5 times in one night by Sam Elliott? Yeah, 5 out of 10. Okay, bye. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Oh my god, my chest. Okay, bye.